Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on down to your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. Nedlands about to get us underway, kicking right to left across your screen. Sheldon Tawira. Nice solid kickoff onto the 22. Just gets carried up. Nothing too expansive from Ben Taylor early. UWA in the lime green jerseys today. Will be auctioned off after the game. They're by headspace. Check out UWA socials if you want to get involved, help out a great cause. It's a nice little jabbing kick. Here you go. Fires across the back. O'Sullivan shapes to kick. Brings himself a little bit forward because the chase wasn't quite there from Nedlands, then allows himself to get the ball free. Nate Roberts just misreads that one. They collide around it. And now Scoble picks it up, moves forward. UWA get the first advanced position. They've won the kicking battle early. O'Sullivan on the outside. Good little run on by Anderson. Be interesting to see what kind of impact he makes today. They've been playing with the outside centre jersey a lot in recent weeks, UWA. They're solid through 10-12 from O'Sullivan and Young. 13's just been through injuries and a bit of mismatching. They've been playing with the jersey. Diving on the ball, just lost backwards through both. Now Nedlands get the turnover, sending a couple back just to protect UWA. They go flat ball a little bit wide, then backdoor. This could be dangerous. They just got to clean it up across the back. Eventually Kirikiri is the one who gets down and under it. Tawira is shaping for pocket. And they kick to clear, a little bit off the inside. Not the most metres he's gained ever off a kick, but it just slows things down. And it's a positive start to the game from both teams. There's almost danger time there. Kirikiri did well just to buy a little bit of time across the back here as well, because it was a good tackle. Anderson came through, put the hit on. UWA line out, Scoble to throw in. Big Jack Bromley up top. Secures once again, then in the middle, Caleb Young tries to force his way through the line, got a little bit of a hit but drove through. I want to get this one wide early again. Here you go. Crawling forward. All okay, says referee Carl Burnett. He'll be looking after you this afternoon in the middle. Young, flat ball again, Taylor. Just gets held up now. We're going to have a maul. This is good work, Nedlands. They're going to keep this one up if they can. And they're going to get the turnover surely here. That's wrapped up right in the middle. The referee wants to see this play, and now UWA start to get the shove on. It goes to ground eventually, and it's just gone forward and down. It's going to be a nice turnover for Nedlands. Just see here, Ben Taylor goes a little bit high into contact. There's just too much pressure on that tackle there to even try and force that one to ground. It was great work by Nick Hyde and the rest of the forward pack that came in to join. I believe it was Purcell as well, part of the original hit.
Stability, boys.
At the back of the scrum there for Nedlands, you see in number 8, the well-experienced Heath Tessman out there this afternoon playing for Nedlands. He'll be sure to play a role over the first 60 minutes. Roberts, nice little short ball, easy as you like carry. Now Tawira gets it and sends this one high midfield. Here you go at the back, assesses his options, decides he's just going to carry straight towards Tawira. Forster wants a little snipe short side. Getting the ground nicely. Counter-ruck just a little bit sloppy. Hyde eventually goes off feet, so just has to surrender out of it. O'Sullivan gets the ball around the back, is spinning out of a couple, wants to keep going. Couldn't get the hands free to go to Anderson. Foster straight through the line. Foster's picked it from the ruck, tries to beat them all, gets through the halfback, gets through the fullback. Nate Roberts chasing. But Brendan Vorst is going to score the first one all off his own back for UWA this afternoon. They were patient across the back, sitting on there about their own 10 metre. Brandon Vorster just puts on the burners and gets straight through the line. It was a good chase, needed a stronger effort at the back from Karikut. He is a good tackler, just didn't quite really put a hit on. He did have coverage on the inside from Nate Roberts, the captain of Nedlands, but maybe didn't trust it, wanted to stand off, make sure he covered both boys. O'Sullivan was looming on the outside and inside, diving between. We see the first try this afternoon, it's a good one. 5-0. With a kick to come from the corner for Caleb Young. Be good to see how his radar's looking this afternoon. Even though we've seen a breakthrough try in the first 7 minutes there, wouldn't expect this to be the most high-scoring game. So the kicking from both teams, Tawira and Young, is going to be crucial. Strikes this well, might be in the inside, is on the inside. Score's going to remain 5 points to 0. As we take one more look at the break from Forster, he's just got a lot of pace there. Nate Roberts is doing a good job shadowing. It's just not good enough from Cudd, to be honest. He's got him pressed up against the sideline, made him commit to it as well. Didn't shape to pass, have to just commit and get that through. Tawira gets us back underway. Dancing up towards the line.
Back.
Now we're taken back. O'Sullivan torps one down midfield. Cuds waits for it to bounce and will now have a quick look back the other way. Goes out wider. And then they try go again. This is a good little bit of ball movement space on the outside for Zeitzman, who gets up towards the 22. Handed off the pass. Now we're on the 22. Roberts, quick release for Tawira. Nice crash centre field offer. But it's a slow ball going to be coming out of here. They've done well to dig it out. Tawira. Purcell was running on nicely, but the tackling sharp for UWA early, and they're going to win the turnover. Just pushing them behind the line. Making sure they can't get across the advantage line. They just get caught without much support here, straight over the top. Very positive on top of the ball, and it just takes a couple of Nedlands players diving underneath to try and disrupt it. Caleb Young will be able to just punt this one down into touch.
Yeah. It's good. Was off. There was.
Just got time off for a shoelace behind the line out there. Looks to be all sorted now.
Come on.
42 metres out from the Nedlands line. Bromley goes up at 3 and they form straight into a maul. It's a good setup. Classic 3-2-1. They get advantage for collapsing there. They've done really well. Scoble wants to G him up, have a little look himself.
Release.
They hold him up. And UWA look like they want to play this one. We're going to come back just too slow to get out of there.
4. Collapse.
See, it was a good setup here. Beautiful 3-2-1 setup with then a ball carrier Scoble at the back who just ripped it. After the pressure starts to build, you see just down in the bottom right, they're flattened out underneath it. Nedlands couldn't hold the pressure. And they get done for collapsing. And now, just like that, 2 penalties, 2 kicks, they advance up the field. Wasn't the best one from Young. This one's going to be 22.5 out from the line, but they could probably go for the exact same setup and start testing this red line defense in Nedlands. An early lead would be massive. They do so. The sack wasn't bad. So the ball's at the back. Scoble's going to be in a little bit of trouble if he doesn't break off here. Eventually he does well to just muscle out and find a little bit of space around the corner. Drags in a couple of backs. Turnover was stripped. Play on, says the referee. Higo getting across the back, trying to catch up to this one, but he's going to leave it for O'Sullivan. Then a nice little dart down the sideline, Charles Smith. Penalty goes straight back to Nedlands. Off feet. Take a look at the previous line again. It was well sacked. And Scobell thought was in danger here, but he does well just to keep his length there. And then eventually has the muscles and the wits about him just to break free, find a little bit of space and time, but it's going to get turned over right here. It's just a great little strip over the top. Tackle assist, showed a little bit of daylight, got his hands on the ball. Once they kick clear, O'Sullivan thinks they've got a little sharp chance down the sideline. But straight on top of the ball, and O'Sullivan and the arriving players just need to start killing that ball to even try to think about getting it back. It'll be a nice little penalty for Nedlands just to jab this one forward. Scoble having a little chat with the referee while there's time off. It's Sam Offer who's down. Thinks his shoulder's gone, so he's made his way off the field.
Legally to the gate.
Just a gentle banana there from Sheldon. Smack bang on the 22, so reverse field positions here now. UWA just had their chance in this exact position. What can Nedlands make of it? They're going to go full line. Bromley steals it at the front, as he's done all season. So quickly up into the air is he. Oscar, flat ball, out wider for Sharwood, who gets brought down. Young starts wrapping around. He's got Higo on the outside, but just goes with the tackler to ground. And they're just going to start building some phase work in centre field here. Voster for O'Sullivan. Skip ball out wide. Sharwood will kick this one through. I think they're going to get beaten for pace here. Cudd has options out wider. Petrick puts on a little bit of a burn, wants to get on the outside, but it's a good coverage, bit of tackling. Wasn't held, was allowed to get back up and continue. Netherlands commit really to the ruck, but it's going to be caught off feet. Oh no, he's gone for reaching here. So it looks like his penalty arm was for crawling on the ground. So then, first one was fine, then here. Maybe he's just asking, yeah, he's gone one or two extra rolls under there to try to stop the UWA forwards from pilfering over the top there. So at 5-0, it's just inside range, but it's a difficult angle. Time off for another player at the back. Scoble and Young having a chat about what they want to do here. If it's within inside his range, which I'm pretty sure it is, be having a little look at the posts. A little bit too lackadaisical from Young there. Still outside the 22. Could have done a little better with it. Another attacking line out though for UWA. They go up at 6, then they go the forward pod throw. Love to see it once again. Starting to make a comeback in the rugby scenes here. They've set up a good maul here. They're getting lateral now, so now they might need to pop it out the back. Voster eventually gets ball. Young tries to break through. There's someone from Nedlands straight on the ball. He's done really well to win it. That's how you win ball. I believe it's Heath Tessman, the very experienced for Stableford. has done an absolute blinding job here. You see, they've got a great maul set up. Tessman's just standing one off the maul at the side there. You watch him break off. Once the ball gets called to come out the side here, gets part of the tackle, releases, shows great daylight, gets straight on the ball, and you're not blowing up. Sorry, not blowing off a man with that much strength. But you struggle to even break the glass, get through there, and held on for all money. They go to the back at 7 and clear it well. Tawira just pops it on the outside for Zeitzman. Roberts wants to play quickly on the outside. Zeitzman deep for Cudd. Cudd cuts out Tessman, goes out for Pethrick.
Happy play.
And then lost forward. Just was messy at the back of the previous ruck. Put them all into a little bit of a panic. Foster wants to go quickly. It's going to bounce pass out for O'Sullivan. Rory O'Sullivan. Sorry, Connor O'Sullivan in the headgear. Rory in 10. And they're going to take exception to it as well. Take a little look at that hit in a moment. It wasn't too high. I think we're just coming back for a scrum. Yeah, it's just chest on chest. They weren't too happy about it.
First issue is we're talking to me. Was off. Right. I've had a chat about it. Same chat to you. Okay. Too much stuff off the ball. Yeah. Focus on the ball, focus on the play. Please have a chat to them. Same chat. No, yours.
Carl Burnett just asking for a little bit of the scrappy stuff around the sides of the play, just to calm down a little bit. Doesn't want to see it. See that hit one more time. Yeah, it's not the highest thing in the world. It's just as they come together, they clash up. Probably would have made an attempt to wrap the hands if he had a little bit better body position. I think the right decision to come back just for the scrum advantage.
Crouch. Bind. Yeah.
Just joined up here.
Maintain your distance. Keep the space, please. Thank you. Time again. Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Forster feeds the scrum. It's gone straight down though. UWA unable to keep that up. They just shortened the bind, pulled it straight down. It's a good, powerful scrum there from Nedlands. They just wanted every single bit of the pressure being applied up front. Nick McLennan, good job on the near side. And this one might not get out, isn't out. Higo's just going to clear it. Might not be out either. Well, they can play it quickly at least. Nate Roberts releases it for Cudd. And then in the centre field, good little run straight up the middle from Kiri Kiri. Tawira finds a little bit of space behind the line. Bounces into touch just on the 22. Would have been close out there. 20 minutes gone in the first half. The Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. It's UWA up 5-0 over Nedlands. Top of the table clash. Plenty here to watch it. Off the top, thrown centre field for Young to run this one straight towards the Nedland defenders that are ready and waiting. Manages to get over the advantage line, so O'Sullivan gets charged down. Sheldon Tawira gets straight onto the ball. Can he finish it off? I think he can. Just like that, Nedlands answer back. Sheldon Tawira charging down the kick of O'Sullivan, and following it up nicely to score a try for himself. It's 5 points apiece with a kick to come. Just see here, it was a great carry by Young just to get across the advantage line, and as they often do, second phase will go to the boot. Probably just read well. Sheldon Tuira just getting his timing right coming off defence. Dives really nicely to get underneath that ball. Fantastic little try now. He'll need to dot it over for himself to put Nedlands into the lead. Conversion is successful. Nedlands take the lead. It's 5-7. Long ball inside the 22. Straight back up towards him, no way through. Setting to clear. I'll go one pot out first.
Taken back.
Up and under. Is the chase going to get there? Voster takes it with a little bit of space to try and escape out the left-hand side, but was eventually run down by James Petstrick. O'Sullivan does well to beat two, then the hands get free on the outside. That last pass almost was forward. They're up on the 22. It was good work to get as far as they have. Oscar Anderson's done well. They're going to get a penalty out of here as well.
Ball's out. Play the 9.
See on the outside here, Sullivan did well to beat these first two. Ball on the outside, and that pole from Oscar Anderson thought maybe forward. Higo goes inside. And you see here, referee says ball's out, but they played the 9 instead of actually just going the ball. And wisely enough, UWA have pointed to the sticks to take the points, put themselves back in front in this encounter. Young already having the sighter from that far corner from the first try of the game. Unsuccessful there, but should be able to learn from it here. Low driving kick this time. But it doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it goes over. Penalty successful. 8 plays 7. UWA are back in front. Taken at the back. O'Sullivan to clear. Not out. Plenty of options across the back here for Cut. Goes to Roberts, who wants to go to the boot, just jabs one. He goes there.
Inside.
And kind of just inside, hooks that one just into touch. Look to go quickly, but don't.
Please.
Please go short. Rich, please.
Good win at the top. Purcell did well just to pop that one down for Roberts, and then it finds itself midfield. Just dicing across the line a little bit. Nice run straight towards them. Half a line break there for Pomare. First arriving player did really well there. Just see on the way down. I believe it is Nick Hyde in from the side. It's going to be a turnover for all money if Hyde didn't just collapse across the side, push him out of the way. It's a good penalty. UWA happy for it. So you're looking for Nick Hyde here on the right-hand side of the ruck with the beard. Just see here, he's nowhere near the gate where his feet are, and just cuts off Jack Bromley, falls across the side, stops him getting access to the ball. Good eyes by the referee, Kyle.
Tackle!
Good tackle. Need to release him though, do Nedlands. Don't think they've given him much opportunity here. Ball at least comes away, so we can play away from it all. Nice little carry, just getting on the front foot, Bungard. O'Sullivan, backdoor Young, grubbers it through, might have been touched. They both go to ground for it. Cudd eventually secures, and it'll be there for Nedlands, but it's going to be slow ball. Might be someone injured underneath there. Cudd.
Yeah.
Did cop a little bit of contact, I think, from Sharwood as they both went down for it. Nothing too much in it. This was good for Bungard. And it was almost stripped and stolen there. To where looks at Kyle, gets told none of that, thank you. 12 grubbers through. And yeah, maybe just copped a boot there on the way in from Sharwood, I believe it is. No, it was Young.
Not intentional, it's reckless. Okay. We're for penalty only against Green. No.
Looks like we will go penalty only just for the slide in there, attacking a player on the ground.
Okay? Yeah. Sorry. Ball on the ground. Green's coming with the knee.
So just dropping out a little bit there. It will be that.
Players on the ground. Yeah. Agree.
Attacking the man on the ground will be the call. Penalty only. Only mitigating factor that he was 80% committed to going for the ball as well if there was an opportune moment for it, but there simply wasn't, so still attacking the player on the ground. Stolen at the top there. Bungard did well just to get his hand in front. Taylor up to the line. They're deep and wide here, UWA. They're not going to be able to get the ball out. Nedlands kind of just give this one away. We might have a chat about it. It's certainly a professional penalty. I think that's what UWA are upset about.
Yeah. Just had 24 from entry at the ruck there.
Entry?
Yeah, entry. Number of penalties done in this area, preventing their momentum.
Warning.
Warning. The other card next one's going to do. Time.
Jeez. As you just see here, 24 entry into this ruck. Just never coming back around the sides of the gates. You see immediately. Carbonet just put the watch into time off and was going to go have that chat. A little bit preemptive of Nate Roberts to give himself up a little bit there and say warning when he was getting explained to by Kyle. Maybe it wasn't a warning, probably was, but if it wasn't, gave himself away, forced himself into a warning.
Shot, boys.
But UWA don't mind this in what was predicted to be a relatively low scoring affair. It's been multiple games this year, one off the boot of the man that's going to take this shot, Caleb Young. He's 1 from 2 today. This one just a little bit straighter again. with angle involved, it's probably still about a 35-metre kick, so nothing on toward there. Wind's just a gentle swirl around. The temperature's starting to drop though, so need to still kick through. Does so nicely this time, but hits the post. Ricochets out, and we're going to have a 22 dropout. So 1 from 3 this afternoon. Maybe put the commentator's curse on him. He has won multiple games off his boot, going 6 from 6, 7 from 7, penalties only. Can't seem to get it done during match of the round. So far, I should say, might have more opportunity to do so. Tawira goes to halfway. Nobody wants it from UWA eventually. Just having to clean it up, Charles Smith. Out wider, Higo got hit late. Good advantage coming from there. Short side, Vorster and O'Sullivan want to work together, but Vorster gets wrapped up. They're going to try to pick it up, Bungard. Now, not committing, we're going to come back. I have time off for Higo.
Thank you. Okay. No arms. Late, no arms.
And we're going to see a yellow card here. We'll try to get a replay of the tackle for you in a moment. Higo, who is down injured. The arm went straight out from Kyle Burnett as soon as he saw it. Have a look at it here. Yeah. That left arm never really makes an attempt to get up. And Tino Kirikiri will go to the bin for 10. It's just a little bit of a lazy effort. It was just too late to be let go in any shape of the way. And he made no attempt to get that left arm up and around. Still in a little bit of discomfort here. Have one more look at it. See as he just comes into frame off left hip. Ball's well gone, almost caught out wider. And that left shoulder just gets right stuck in around the rib area. Looks like he'll remain on for the time being. And we'll resume play with a penalty. Nedlands down to 14. They're down by 1 on the scorecard. Once you account for time off, probably about 10 minutes left in this half, maybe 9. Certainly we'll see the remainder of this without 15 men on the pitch. Can UWA take advantage of it? Line out doesn't hurt them too much. Bromley secures. Slow to pop. Eventually out wider, Ben Taylor goes backdoor O'Sullivan, who got a good tackle. O'Sullivan, backdoor Higo. Not going to go quietly out of the contest. Almost, you know, an accidental obstruction there from Oscar. Driving up towards the 22. O'Sullivan. Rusty in the middle. Attacking the line nicely here, O'Sullivan, eventually giving up Oscar Anderson. And now they want to go short side again. Ben Taylor on the outside, breaks through, gets hands free. Should be Caleb Young out there, who went to ground with it. Maybe could have got back up, but then they lose ball forward. Lost forward advantage. Hyde does well to rain that one down. They'll be underpowered in the scrums now, so they probably don't want this one to come back for a scrum, but that might not show enough advantage.
Under pressure all the time, going backwards.
after that last little carry there. Nick Hyder on the ground with a little bit of an ankle issue, just having a breather. Water comes on now. It's another small break and play. A bit of time off in this game so far.
Come on, boys. Come.
Back underway now. Nedlands scrum, 8 out from their own line. They've got a man in the bin. So they're probably a little bit underpowered in the scrum, but they might still have 8 in there, unless they're missing blindside flanker. They might have just gone one dropped on the backs to make sure they hold the scrum solid. Comes out ugly. Zeitzman scrambles. No real support, trying to get over the top of him, so Nate Roberts just had to pick the ball and go before it gets stolen. Tessman finds Tawira in the pocket, who just fades this one over towards the touchline. Gets the ball back inside for Higo. That was great hands from Charles Smith. Penalty advantage from the side. It's rough. They did well initially on the contact, then just started fading around the side of the ruck, not really being a part of it at all. See here. We're going to send another one to the bin for repeated infringements here.
14. 13.
13. That's a big out. Justin Zeitzman,
13, please.
who was part from the side. So 2 in the bin now here for Netties. Zeitzman not happy about it at all. 13 on 15. Around 5 minutes left in this first half still. Maybe just a little bit less than that, depends on how much time off there has been. But UWA must score here, must take advantage. Bromley was sacked. Ball's available at the back. UWA got to be careful here. They haven't quite got it free. It's going to be turned over. Once that was sacked, they just needed to play away. It didn't need to keep trying to form up in front of something that can't possibly be pushed. Cud gets pace going on the outside. Now a little chance for Finn O'Callaghan to get his legs free. Starts bumping him off left, right and centre. It's a good 45-metre run there by the man. Advantage offside. Everything going the way of Nedlands now. UWA have panicked when there's no real pressure on them. They've been caught napping. Now there's numbers down this left side. Even though they're 2 men down, a little chip over the top. Petrick, can he run onto it and stay in the field of play? No, just gets tackled into touch. Just like that, they lose another man in the bin and they completely turn the tide of momentum. It was a great sack there. Nick Hyde brings it straight down, so I'm not sure why UWA keep this one in. Someone needs to be screaming at Harry Scobble to get that ball out. There's no way they could go forward over that collapse maul. And the turnover gets stripped. This is just a good little bit of work. Get it wide, find a little bit of space. Cud just put on the pace here. Finn O'Callaghan. First big chance he's really had out wide this afternoon. Bumps here really strongly. Higo didn't stand much chance, felt it a lot actually. And then just to pull the offside penalty, they'll pull it all the way back left. And after this last little set here, the kick through from Tawira, very close to Petrick staying in the field of play there and moving forward with it. Potentially going in for a try. A sub coming on for UWA. Higo looks like he's done. He's taken a few hits this afternoon already, that's for sure.
Time's on.
Neddy's still the ball at the front. Now's a chance to really get into this ball game with 2 in the bin late in the first half. They're going to go with the forwards, try and suck in this UWA defense. Dishing across for Hyde. Gets himself to the ground. Then they go again left. They've got penalty advantage again now. So they can try something to Weira. Goes cut out, ball intercepted. Comes straight back.
Never on. Don't have a ball. Ball's over there. 7 left. Boys.
Just waiting for the shot option to be called, and is now. So to take the lead back and just take some time off the clock while you've got yellow cards in the bin, it's always good to take the shot. This will put them up 10-8 if successful. We'll shoot 2 minutes off. That second yellow card that's just gone to the bin, who will probably be out for the first 5 or 6 minutes of the second half. Weira has been fantastic off the tee this year again. A very careless kicking style. Barely seems to touch the ball, but can kick it from long range. Easy as you like. Sheldon to Weira. Penalty successful. They take the lead back 8 points to 10 in the Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. Taken in the air. UWA had this game strangleholded, about to bust through. Once they had the second man sent to the bin, they're inside the 22. They give it away. Now they've conceded a penalty from it after a few penalties. And they took the shot, did Nedlands. Watch this again, not the worst taken in the air ever, but certainly nonetheless just wrapping him up was Van der Hayden before he reached the ground. One more chance before halftime. Nedlands with 13 men on the field, could go deep.
No, just trying to get me. We've spoken about it. Next one's marching. 25. Thank you.
Well won. Nedlands push forward. Coming back, no advantage. We're going to have a chat about repeaters as well here.
We've been done here twice in the last 5 minutes. We've done it twice in the last 5 minutes. We've got 3 offside penalties.
Is that offside again, was it?
Yeah, it was. Somebody's got to change with the gun in the bin.
Is it just around, was it 10-20, is it?
It's across the board. Yeah.
Oh, no, excuse me, it's
It's pillars and it's field.
Does he just come in slides there, have a hand down?
Yeah, I agree. That's why you got the penalty.
Is that time or was it?
No.
No.
No, we've got a 4 to play.
ball to play.
Time's off. They're having a chat.
Come off.
Yeah, time's off. Let's go, Green. Side. Shot.
Tawira, easy as you like. Misses this one. Doesn't quite get it required. Would have been huge to extend the lead out there once again. That's a costly miss. Young with a 22 dropout. Cut goes high. A little bit of confusion between the players. Eventually Young comes free with it.
Lost.
Slow ball Vorster digging.
Taken back.
Goes to O'Sullivan in the end and tries to find grass just past halfway. He's let to bounce. Juggling around.
Go backwards.
Was O'Callaghan eventually gets there for Petrick. Ball was out, turnover, UWA.
After blue.
Straight through O'Sullivan. Nice flat ball opportunity, Caleb Young. Can he get hands free? Not quite. Straight over the top. Firing wide, O'Sullivan gets the ball free. Vanderheyden can't stay in. It's a great bit of coverage tackling from Primare. Had absolutely no hope there. Thought they were half stuck here. Then Young tries to break the line. Good work, Michael Beattie, who's come on the field in 21 to get over the top and secure this one. Flat ball for O'Sullivan, who finds the pass over the top, but just great coverage. Primare throwing Vanderheyden into touch quite easily. Trick line out play to the front, and Tawira sends it long. Sorry, not Tawira, Nate Roberts sent it long. Beattie, Oscar. Penalty goes the way of Nedlands there.
What's over there? I'm locked over there, mate. Time up.
It's a good little first touch really for Beattie here. Just gets it a little bit on the wider. Oscar, not quite sure whether he was going forward or staying still. And that'll bring us to half time. Current score here, UWA down at home, 8 points to 10. Still one in the bin for Nedlands. In your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. A second half coming your way just after this. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. UWA down at home, just by 2 points at half-time. 2 yellow cards in the first half going against Nedlands. Kiri went off for a late shoulder. And then Seitzman copped the brunt of the repeated infringements after. Do believe both are still off. Maybe one's just returned. Kiri's back on the field. So still 14 on 15 here. Nedlands go straight up the middle.
Stop 4.
Tawira goes long, Young. He's got a little bit of time to think about this one. He's going to go up and under. No real enforcing chase coming to it, and it might be out on the full anyway. Nedlands get to run this one straight back towards them. They take it quickly. Kiri up the top. Roberts, Tawira. Short little ball on the inside is nice. And just starting to bustle up towards the line a little bit sharply now. Need to maintain the pressure. Need to keep moving forward. Pomare with a good carry. Ball was out, not offside. Hyde spins around. Roberts wants to keep working the blind side. So Townsend gets driven backwards, and UWA off feet, so they get called out. Eager to get the turnover on the occasion. Good leg drive straight through the middle. Roberts really working this short side. Tawira tries to step through O'Sullivan. Scoble tries to get his hands on the ball but couldn't, and Pomare gets half a breakthrough, then dishes it towards the ground. It's going to get turned over here by UWA, but then straight back over the top. Nedlands all over the ball. Heath Tessman and Nate Roberts join forces to get straight over this one. Thought here there's half a chance for a turnover. Then Pomare goes through, just dishes that one. It is backwards. O'Sullivan gets on ball, tidies things up, and it's Nate Roberts. Gets his hands on the ball. Heath Tessman just grabs him, holds him there for all money. And now Nedlands receive their second yellow card return.
It's got an injury here, boy.
So we got time off for Pomare, who's hurt his shoulder a little bit through that bit of contact. It'll be 15 on 15 now. We'll try have a look where Pomare hurts himself here. The big number 3 gets through the line. On the way down, just kind of falls really flat on his own stomach. Maybe a little bit just compaction on the shoulder. Make it hard for him to scrum. He's feeling the shoulder and neck area. We'll end up coming back for the penalty.
Holding.
5 metre line out, Nedlands with ball in hand. Full complement, they're up by 2. Not too many tries expected in this game. Both these defenses so rock solid. Bungard at the top with a fantastic steal. Gets dished off to Scoble, who just toes to ground, slows things down. Voster's going to go pocket for O'Sullivan. Didn't get many metres on it, but it just relieves a little bit more pressure if they can do it again. 15 from the line, Nedlands will go again. Still full line. They go all the way up at 8, and they get over Bungard this time, and they set their maul up. A little bit messy, so it starts moving laterally. There's a lot of pressure on the right-hand side that's not getting converted forward. It's just sideways still. UWA have done well here. Now they start pulling players out. They're that confident in it. McLennan gets chopped at the legs by Scoble, who's now trapped at the bottom. He's got out of the way enough. Pick and go on the right-hand side. Accidental obstruction. Heath Tessman just gets caught in the wrong way. You just see here when 24 and 2 join this maul, they just don't really get around. Well, 2 takes his time, but by that time you see 24 and 3, they're just not doing too much, Pomare and McLennan. It just forces that maul to go sideways, no real option for him. You see Testament blows through that ruck, then gets stuck retiring on this side, and this is going to be accidental obstruction as they come straight into him there. As we join back for another defensive outfit here for UWA. They're confident in the scrum. They'll want to lock this one down. Dish this one out for O'Sullivan. Probably expect Young to crash this one up. Did a lot of the heavy lifting in the first half. But outside him, Oscar Anderson is flat. Looks like he might want to have a run too. Burnett just wanting a little bit of space out of the 2 front rows.
Here we are. Give him everything. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, boys. Come. Locks in now. Locks.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Ball available at the back, almost knocked on by Vorster. O'Sullivan goes backdoor to Young, and instead of crashing, they're just going to clear this one straight out. Got a good bit of meterage on it. It's going to pull up right around the 40. So just trying to play away out of their own half. There was a good scrum, almost getting popped up a little bit. Akatue for UWA, number 1. But did well to hold his composure, keep those legs back, try force those hips down. Up at 8 again. Bungard can't get there. So maybe this is the spot to be travelling if you are Nedlands. We're going to get high tackle advantage here. Just slipped up on the way through. Picking up, going straight through. That's not the last man in the ruck, so we're going to come back for the penalty advantage. It's a good carry at the back. Purcell wins the ball once again. And a very good penalty here in position for Nedlands. You see this pick through is not the last man in the ruck, so can't pick up that ball any longer. Has to be played by the hindmost person at the ruck.
Offside.
Not opting to take the points and extend the lead. They want to go to the corner. They want to keep this pressure on inside the 22. Thinking that it'll break soon. Do they dare go to the back 3 times in a row? They do. Bungard set back a little deeper this time for it. Got half a finger to it, but it spills over everybody. Testament lining up a little dart around the side.
Tackle.
They're going to keep rumbling with the piggies down the left. UWA start flooding the right-hand side with numbers just in case. They've got forward stacked right, backs all clear out left. Not too much of a backline formation set out on the right-hand side, just 10, 12, 13. Wingers really wide, and there's half a backwards knock, but will play on. Nate Roberts just has to dive on it, and the forwards need to reorganise here. They're getting sent backwards. Need to slow one ruck down, then slowly build the pace back into this. Pomare takes him on the angle outside. One over the ball for UWA, trying his best. He's on top of it, must get it, will get it. Very handy work on top of the ball. As we'll see here, Pomare goes to ground, straight over the top. Does really well to keep this body position solid. He's not falling over himself. He's trying to pull the ball up the whole time. Absolutely locked in there. Great penalty win. Short 4-man line out. Jug it around. Bungard gets lifted at 4. He's been very active in the line out today, that's for sure. Backs a set deep and wide here. O'Sullivan, Young, now Beattie. Foster steadies. O'Sullivan thinks he spots half a gap, so tries to go through. Backwards flick wasn't his best. Goebel picks up out wider. Foster wanted to have a look himself as well. O'Sullivan goes through the line again.
Sorry. 10.
Inside, flat. Goebel with the second carry this set. Now Forster short side, Bungard. Steps over 1, 2 and 3 bring him down. Nate Roberts is there. O'Sullivan goes to ground into touch. So a good net gain for UWA, just not able to get a finishing move off. Both O'Sullivans in great mix there. It's a good carry, Anderson. Foster was a handy dart down the side, but not able to stay in the field of play. Kiri just shoving him over as the third man in.
Is it yours? No? Yeah. Well, next time you throw it, call heads up to go get it. Well, someone called. Yeah? Huh? Get stolen.
Loro andiamo solo veramente, non ci vedo niente.
Outside.
Play just about to get back underway now. Bungard seems to be okay after that contact. Nedlands line out just outside the 22. They go to 8 again. They win this one. Their maul doesn't form, it splits, allowing UWA to come through, but there's going to be a penalty, maybe from the side.
Sacking the ball.
Sacking the maul. Second one that peeled off the side still became a maul, then straight down. Nedlands able to kick relatively well clear with this angle off the boot of Sheldon. Gets it to halfway.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
See at the back here, this maul just splits into two. Right there, Jack Bromley gets on ball, and to be fair, Bromley does rip and go straight to ground, not realising that that had become a separate maul in itself. Foster. Stagnant ball. Pod needed to be running on a little bit better than that. It's going to be not releasing. Ball was out at the back. There was nobody over the top of the ruck. Taking another look at it here. It all happens quickly. It comes from that forward pod being stagnant, not running onto the ball. So there's no arriving players. It's only Voster at the back there. Absolutely no feet above the ball. That's out. All rights to it.
Hands. You can always take it back if you want.
And nudging, maybe not into touch. Caught on the run by Sharwood, who starts building up a little bit of pace. So missed opportunity there for Nedlands. Going to need to maximise every single one you get this afternoon. Missing out on one like that It's always going to pay the price in a low-scoring affair. Top of the table clash. O'Sullivan's going to go middle of the field. Roberts is back there and waiting, and there's a bit of space back right here if they want to look over the top. But Cud's going to run it towards the line instead. Oscar Anderson ties him up. There's advantage there. Not sure if it was high. Really wide ball. Wider again still. Tessman gets out of second or third gear for the first time in a few years, does the old Stableford. Last one's forward there. We're coming back for a high.
Not quite.
So we'll take a look at the high contact here. Comes across the back for Cud. I mean, the contact is good front on. The issue is from the direction Burnett's coming, that right arm just comes over the top, slaps the back and slides to the back of the head. It's not really part of the tackle, but with that being the only visible angle of it from the referee's point of view, there's going to be some high contact there. Could have been a more textbook tackle, much easier. If you went for the hips, it was not evading you in any way. Plenty of options to get everything below the shoulder there.
Outside on. What would you like? Scrum. Scrum, boys. Not straight.
Not straight, the call. Caught completely on the outside shoulder. Nedlands just failing to really build some pressure inside the 22 or around it once they've got there in this second half. Certainly been flirting with the territory, but not with the goal line phases. No, penalty's gone the wrong way there. AR should have been more onto it on that side. There is a bit of pulling out on the far side, but it was completely disrupted by Heath Tessman. Coming up from flank had to just disrupt all of that. Points should be taken here, finally, by Nedlands. But I'm sorry, you got to watch here as the AR had perfect view of Heath Tessman coming forward and hooking that. He's got absolutely no rights to the ball. Of course, then 6 Green goes in with a hand. But it should definitely be a penalty against Tessman there, no doubt about it. In a pivotal position on the park. Tawira, it's not been a good one off the boot for both teams this afternoon. Tawira misses his second. Both kickers 1 from 2, I believe. Sorry, 1 from 3. A little bit of shove off the ball. O'Sullivan gets that one really long, and it's going to sit up perfectly just in the field of play, I think. Nate Roberts has to play it, so it's going to come across the back to Weira. Goes long towards touch. Probably nails it about 32 from his line. Off the top, O'Sullivan, Taylor, wrapped up.
That's your own player for
Messy old ruck. Forster decides he's just going to have a snipe. Straight on top of the ball, must be turned over, but just didn't survive the clean out. It was really good panic support from UWA. Just cleaning out the jackal in time. O'Sullivan crunched up in the line, no way through that hole. Be feeling a little bit of that one for the rest of the game. Penalty advantage here. It's a little bit lazy. But that's going to let them play out a little bit here, but we'll take a look at that hit in a second. Doesn't look like they're going anywhere at the moment, UWA, but they're still going to have a crack at it. Falling all over every side of the tackle, Nedlands. Little ball on the outside, Scoble, flat-footed. Finds Anderson on the outside now for Beattie, who does well to get the hands free. Sharwood dishes it back inside, but eventually I think they're going to get close to touch. No, they're still in field. Foster. Nice little run from Bungard.
new advantage.
Fresh advantage now as well. Cross kick from Young. Not there, so we'll come back for the penalty.
Yep, seen you. Hold on. Just got a bit of time off. Have a chat to my
It's been a lot of big hits as this second half rages on. It was almost a good half chance. Beattie did well to get the hands free. And then to keep that one in play, Sharwood just dishing it back. And a fresh advantage came midfield. We're just going to have the referees on the far side are having a little chat about the shot from 25 before. We'll see if we get that hit again. That's the foul cross kick that ended the play.
So, we've got a high tackle that slipped up. High tackle that slipped up. And then the subsequent breakdown, we've come in with a swinging arm.
Missed the flow completely.
Come into the swinging arm to the player's body. That's a yellow card.
It was my teammate.
Can I have 7 as well, please?
So yellow card for the swinging arm. Was a big hit.
7.
And he wants to chat with 7 as well. He's already on a yellow card warning. There's the high tackle. It is just lazy with the left arm.
Okay. What about me? Mate, have you heard my message? Yeah. Okay, thank you. We're going back for that. Quickly enough.
So they're going to have to be very careful from here on out on Nedlands. Now down to 14 men on the pitch again. Another kind of warning being given to Kirikiri, who's already on a yellow. If I was Nedlands and I was able to, I'd be subbing him off.
Yeah.
Protecting the rest of the season for him. So an option of 2 penalties. Probably going to take the one that's closer to the sticks and kick this one to go back in front. penalty is successful. Caleb Young gets it right on this occasion, and UWA take the lead once again in this match. 11 plays 10 in the Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. And it's going to be an uphill battle for Nedlands with only 14 on the field again. High kickoff sits up just around the 22, getting around the first couple. This is a nice looking run. I believe that's also the other Van der Hayden who's come off the bench. Slow ball midfield, straight to the pocket of Sullivan. Turns him inside out a little bit. It's backwards called. Cud then regathers. Curity on the outside. Looking a little bit frazzled here, Nedlands, in their shape, but this is a good little cross kick. Sharwood does well, but couldn't hold on to it. Zeitzman, can he get the hands free? No. O'Sullivan then gets on top of it. O'Sullivan picks up a little bit of speed. Cud's coming across, needs to pick an option here. O'Sullivan decides to take the contact and play the field position. Had a couple of options there, O'Sullivan, but decided just to take it out inside the 22. Don't mind that. Thought they were in real danger here when Sharwood misses this one, and Zeitzman just couldn't get the hands free. It was a great tackle from Michael Beattie just to wrap the arms involved here, and just here you think he's either going to chip, step in, or maybe slow down and look for a pass. Decides just to accept the contact and put Nedlands into a very defensive position. Another player down here, plenty of time off in this game. Take another look. Just never there, Sharwood. Michael Beattie, that's a good tackle. I like that.
All good, boys? Time's on!
Quick line out to Hyde at the front, then gets back to Tessman, to Tawira, then wider for Cud, who can open up the gasket a little bit. Tries to get free, but Oscar Anderson with a good coverage tackle just pulls him down by the back. Roberts, Tawira, outside Banana, will settle just outside the 22 for Caleb Young. Just decides to charge this one backwards into the middle of everything in front of him. Slow ball for Voster. Only a two-man pot out here, so now some more coverage. So they can fan out the rest of the people that were overcommitted to the previous ruck. Voster, O'Sullivan, they can go wide, get on the outside of Hyde here. Anderson, Sharwood was coming through the gap, didn't get the pass for it. Voster doesn't know where to go. There's two down in back play for Nedlands here, so it's effectively 12 on 15 at the moment, with one in the bin as well. O'Sullivan, nicely to the line. Beattie tries to get him on the outside. Michael Beattie flicks it inside, but Nate Roberts there to intercept. Still lots of man pressure. They could try and get over the top of this ruck, but it's just going to collapse in front of him. Now there's three down from Nedlands. They just need to kick this one into touch. They need to get this free. Kilty down on the wing. Takes on Bromley. They tie up with each other. Tries to hold him up, but now release, tackle made. And Tawira now wisely kicking long. Sharwood. O'Sullivan. O'Sullivan straight through the line. Now he's got space to move. Where's he going to go? Beats Card. Tries to get through. Kiri puts the shoulder on, so then the ball gets lost backwards. Backwards off blue both ways. Trying to get complaints that they were held the UWA players. Penalty. One's going to go to the bin here. I believe so. Yeah, that ruck could be quite cynical, or is it just for the injuries down there? There's a little bit of complaints. that UWA would just be straight in. They're all getting held back. There's somebody down with a head knock. Everyone's starting to fall out and down on their feet. See here, Heath Tessman just trying to get off the field. Got tore up. Sharwood O'Sullivan, how good has he been the last 2 seasons at doing exactly this? Gets met up by 2 tackles, doesn't give up, pushes straight through, keeps picking up the pace, steps the fullback. It's only just lucky that the rest of the team is coming across to defend. That pass was okay backwards, then lost backwards Zeitzman again. Hands up in the air from the 20 from UWA. Might be Van der Hayden.
Time is off. Yeah, thank you.
But still plenty going on out here this afternoon. This was just a little bit earlier where Bromley tries to hold up the tackle. Got his knees to the ground, had to release. Then we go straight into the kick.
First man attempting the steal. Awarded the penalty simultaneously. A green player has dived on that player who's now on the ground. I've had direct contact with the shoulder to the player's head on the ground.
Okay.
Player on the ground, defenseless essentially. We've got a direct contact to the head with force. I'm going for a red card. You see any mitigation of what I've explained to you?
Nothing different to what you said.
Thank you.
So we'll try to get a close-up of that if we can. The last little tackle before the whistle went, because it's going to end up in a red card here, and we didn't see it clearly up live, but that's why the whistle went straight away.
Okay, we've had time off. Players been on hunched down. We don't need your players coming and aggravating the situation any further. Yeah, have a chat to them, especially that player in question. Any more from this team? Someone's walking. Yeah. What was? Yeah. No. Can you get the message, please? We're going to go back for the original infringement here. Hold on. Back you, Green.
And so it looks like it's going to be against 20 green. His mark's cut out, so we'll watch him through here. It's about attacking the player that dives on the ball on the ground. Is down there. Wasn't there. And so it's going to be a red card, 20 green off. Didn't see it on that ruck. He's there. I can't quite find what he's done there. Maybe it was in a separate little tackle. We'll leave it to Burnett. Knows exactly what he saw, though. He's very confident in what he was calling. So now 14 on 14. Plenty of drama involved in the Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. 11 plays 10, UWA just in front, but concede the red card. Top of the table clash is always going to be tight. The kicking accuracy has let both teams down today. Roberts, Tuira. Well tackled by Connor O'Sullivan. Cut. Just lost forward there. Don't think it'll be anything more than an actual loss forward. Roberts floats one, cross kick. There's space out there, it wasn't forward enough.
Offside. Coming back for the knock on.
So Chasers were in front of the kicker there. Coming back for the knock on. Just see that, yes, maybe Zeitzman out wide. A little bit in front of the kick from Tuira. Big scrum here for both teams. Both without a blindside flanker. Fair enough risk assessment. Netties get ball at back, but they're popped up in the middle. Ball is available at the back, so we play away. Goes wider for Cud, who's been good today. Gets the ball wider still. Can they get forward from it? Inside check is nice from Matamato. Slow ball. Roberts fills in at 10, bustling onto it. Was Sam Cooper. Cud, flat ball wide. Another good little run for Amon Matamuto. Good forward phase play, able to get the hands free. Now up to the 22. This is a better looking Nedlands. Now they've got the penalty advantage as well, so big danger here. They can take the lead back from that side of the field very easily. Tawira should have that in the bag. This one goes over the top of Hyde, but it's going to pop up for a Callahan who can dance around, find something. Hyde back on the inside on the 22. Roberts just arrives. UWA are spread out nicely here still. Sheldon Tawira tries, breaks line, gets the hand free, goes for Pomare, who's getting held by the jersey, but they can't stop him. Pomare goes over to score and breaks this game open. In the middle to late stages of the second half, they'll take the lead back 15 points to 11 with a kick to come. Santana Pomare. Beautiful running lines. Both prop forwards involved in this try in multiple facets. Nick Hyde, the vice captain, you see here, beat it. Gets that inside check ball, does well, runs it up to the 22. Was all about the play. Roberts, when he arrives, it's a good little choice by Sheldon Tawira to break through the line there. And how's that for your big prop forward? Just cutting through the line, backing your tender. Do exactly what he did, half break the line and be ready to pop you off the ball. Now UWA have got to have a chat with themselves, figure out how they're going to get back in front of this contest. This kick important to put it beyond just the solo try and make the conversion absolutely necessary. No worries at all there, adds the extra 2. Extends the margin ever so slightly more, 11 plays 17. 11 minutes, I believe, remaining, just said by referee Carl Burnett. Tawira just clears, it's not out. Ben Taylor underneath. It's got Young outside him. He tries to get over the opposite winger. Does well just to grab that one in, does Petrick. Then Cud, who's really started to put in some work in this second half. Dicing through the middle. Cops a little arm on the way down. Can see where some shouts came from, but it's not really going to get called. Pomare wants to know a little bit of the UWA defense. He's coming alive too. Short side little jab, was flat, then Hyde outside, almost caught up for Callahan, then lost forward into touch. And we'll have a scrum there. Nedlands picking up the pace in this game. Pomare, another big break from him, just shoves the shoulder in and gets those legs pumping. Gains a good 10 metres, then presents that ball so sweetly. This ball from Roberts was nice out in front. Little flick across to Hyde.
Bind.
Set. Yeah. Sorry, Sean, I'm really late. Really late. Crouch.
Free kick going against Nedlands, just not able to get their setup correct there at all. Ben Taylor smashes through a couple. On the outside. Losing it, so a scrappy old ball. Oscar Anderson tries to dive on it, but I believe Nedlands are there. Over the top little box kick. Caleb Young retreating, taking on cut. No, sorry, it was not Caleb Young down the far side. It was Charles Smith getting back.
Yeah, thank you.
It's a good bump off there, Ben Taylor. Did well to go forwards with the ball.
Right.
This second pass out here, though, just not the greatest. Gets fumbled through. Really well done by Zeitzman just to dive on it.
Let's go, boys. Let's go, Blue.
Restarting play with a line out on the far side. Lots of time off here this afternoon. As feeling the pinch of this top of the table clash. Been very physical all round. Just bobbling at the back, but lost backwards, so Nedlands can stay in control of the ball. They drive towards the line quite nicely there. This is a chance to really put some pressure on the UWA side if they can get across the line here. Just ball out to the right. Sheldon Tawira diving towards the line, trying to beat them with footwork and then pure just mass forwards. They're getting real close now, half a metre. UWA seem frazzled a little bit on the goal line defence. That's got to be a try. Burnett's getting around to come see it, but I think it has to be a try at the bottom.
Time is off.
And that would put this game pretty much beyond doubt.
Time is off. Time is off. Thank you.
Referee and AR will come together.
Time I've scooched around and seen him. He's been held up. Have you got grounding?
No.
No.
I didn't get a clear ground.
Okay. So
Held up the call. They didn't see a grounding. We'll take a second look at it here.
we'll it short and then.
So we'll have a scrum UWA. You watch this here. That Pomare gets real close. And they dish one out left. That was Sheldon Tawira. Very close there. It's this next one here. We want to look at the way he dives towards the line. Had good body position, I thought. And was maybe short there when Burnett first saw it. I can agree there. By the time he gets around, unsure what would be happening at the bottom of that, but might have found grass, who knows. Hard to tell on that angle.
Crouch. Bind. Sit. Advantage.
Penalty advantage now. This is dangerous times for the
Not coming straight.
leaders of the competition, UWA. They're running out of time, and there's pressure mounting on this goal line. They can scrum again if they want Nedlands.
Scrum again, boys. Yeah. Who said?
I mean, taking the points is a mighty fine option there. Put it to beyond 2 scores. At the moment, a converted try gets UWA back in front. Penalty makes it 2 tries. A converted try and a penalty. Got to at least get over 2 sets of scoring to get back into that game. See if it pays off for them. They did have a dominant scrum there. And they don't want to give this away with a free kick for not getting their line set even before crouch for the second time in this half.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Nedlands get forward again. They've done really well. Straight to the bin. No.
Pull me to a water penalty try. Understand that. It's not the step that I have the issue with. Oh, we need to keep one straight when the pressure comes on. Turning in, the pressure's coming. We need to change this, otherwise something. Sure. Sure. What's hinging on this side for me? Same again. Penalty. Scrum.
Scrum again.
Yeah.
This is valuable time off the clock here by Nedlands as well. It's the only other positive I can give it besides taking the points.
Yeah.
They're just wasting 1 or 2 minutes every single time. Time is off at the moment though.
Yeah. Time's off.
So this game could go all night at this rate. We've had probably about 15 minutes of time off in this half alone.
Crouch. Bind. Set. Use it now.
UWA survived the scrum this time. Tawira goes straight towards the line. They pick and drive straight through the middle. There's not many blocking on the inside. It's going to be half a metre short. Don't think they got there. We'll have a look at it again. Thought they pulled up half a metre short, but Nedlands adamant they got across the line on this occasion. Tawira, first carry was great, but then there's no real AB defenders getting set up here. They're all worried about wider. So Kiri was a try. Easy got that down over the line on the first go at it. Nedlands miss out. They've been inside the 22 for a long time now and haven't come away with points. Certainly have been close on a couple of occasions. Another big scrum here would be huge. Clock ticking away. We're at 48 minutes real time, but still a couple of minutes left, I assume, from some of the time off.
Set. Use.
Ball comes clear. Seitzman goes wider early. Chance in the corner for Finn O'Callaghan. Can he get there? He's going to pull back. Tawira surrenders just to get that ball a little bit more in field.
No hands, no hands.
Pomare already scored one from this distance. Hyde, cut, inside ball. Well wrapped around the legs by O'Sullivan. Tawira, flat ball for Sharwood again. On the outside, too easy for Kiri in the corner, and that'll seal it. After about 10 minutes inside the 22, they finally get another try. They're going to extend their lead pretty much beyond doubt late in this contest. Nedlands move up 22-11 with a kick to come. It's great ball movement by Nedlands around the corner here. Tawira went himself on the first occasion. Second up goes wide. And then just the awareness. Finn O'Callaghan just to dish that one outside for Antino Kiri. Nedlands are going to find themselves successful here this afternoon. And put some pressure on the competition favourites from this year. Tawira. This one's just going to curl a little bit too much. And still time left on the clock. So unless UWA score immediately, don't think there's going to be too much time left in this one.
30. Just under 1.
1 minute to go, says the referee. So that pretty much does say it. Not going to be able to get 2 tries. And a rain starts to come with 30 seconds on the clock. Could have been out of here, but all the time off has forced us into some rain-affected play right at the finish here. Gets knocked backwards, Green, then cleaned up Pomare on the floor. Nowhere to really go there. And they'll kick it out to clear. Nate Roberts gets the job done for his men in the Nedlands jerseys. They win this game 22-11 over UWA in the Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. They'll take the #1 spot on the ladder, and they will now be hard to beat as we close off this 2021 season heading towards finals. Thank you all very much for joining us. We'll catch you all next week.